if you want to make your own bass sound in Serum and make a music like this. It's very easy, just watch this video. Without further, let's begin making this sound completely from scratch in Serum Synth. For oscillator, I used basic shapes. This is really good because you can reach other types of analog shapes by changing the wavetable's value. This oscillator is perfect for making old school and vintage sounds. I am going to pitch down oscillator A, 3 octave, and oscillator B, 2 octave. For A oscillator, I add 9 of voices of unison, and bring the detune down a little bit. The next step is set up the filter. I used MG low pass 12. I'm going to be routing oscillator A and B through it, and we're going to set the cutoff to just over halfway. Then I set the second envelope to modulate the cutoff. This bass sound is a pluck-like sound, so the sustain does actually drop quite a bit. We're going to drop sound to like nearly 1 second, and make this less of a linear curve. The next thing I'm going to do is add a little bit of drive to the filter. Then what we're going to do is actually use one of the warp modes. We're going to use the sync warp mode. This is really cool. This option allows you to change the oscillator frequency. I also set up macro number 1 to the warp modes. Macro number 2 to the cutoff. The next thing I'm going to do is dive into effects section. There is a few interesting things. I also set up macro number 3 to the high pass of the equalizer. And finally, I set up macro number 4 to the resonance. And the last thing I did was add a nice vintage character to the sound using white noise. That's it. Now let's listen to a song I made with this voice. But first, if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, press the bell, and leave a comment below to tell me what you thought and what you want to see next.